Hello students. So students, in the previous class we were talking about intergravitation, about that of the mass. Okay, so we were discussing about the mass and weight, and in that student we talked that what is the mass? Mass is actually the quantity of matter present in an object, the quantity of the material present in an object that defines the mass of the object. So we can write it quantity of material. Quantity of material in an object is defining the mass of an object. Mass is always constant. Okay, it do not changes from place to place. It does not vary from place to place. It remains the same. That is the definition of the mass. And if we talk about the SI unit student, so SI unit of mass is kg. Okay, we measure it in the kilogram. It is always constant. Although we can say constant means value is constant. If an object is having 5 kg mass, so it will remain the same, does not vary. Okay, we represent it by small m. Okay, so these are some of the, you can say some of the things or properties of that of the mass, how we used to represent it and how we used to find the SI unit of the mass. If we talk about the weight students, so what we had discussed in case of the weight, we said that the weight is what? It is actually the force of attraction which is working on an object so that it will get attracted towards that of the earth. That force is the weight only, is the weight of the body only. Okay, so we can write it. That is, weight is what? It is actually the force of attraction. Okay, it is actually the force of attraction which is working on an object and pulling it towards the earth's surface that defines the weight. And in that concept student, we are knowing that the force is equals to mass into acceleration. And since we are talking about the gravitational force, so that acceleration will be acceleration due to gravity. So instead of writing there A, we will write there G. Okay, so we will write here mass into G. So W will be equals to mass into G, that is mass into acceleration due to gravity. Now you see students, if we talk about the weight, so what will be the SI unit of the weight? Since here we are saying that the weight is equals to the force of attraction. So for the force, SI unit is Newton. So for the weight also, the SI unit that we use to measure the weight of an object will be Newton. So here also they will use the term that is Newton for measuring the weight of an object. Next one is the students, and that is about the weight itself. You see that whether weight is a scalar quantity or that of the vector quantity. So since the acceleration due to gravity, it means the force which is acting on an object, it is pulling it towards the earth or away from the earth. So here it is showing the direction, and that is why we termed weight as a vector quantity, not like mass which was having only magnitude and a scalar quantity. So instead of that we will write it that it is a vector quantity. Okay, it is a vector quantity students. So weight is a vector quantity and it is represented by Newton. Now other thing that we have studied in case of a weight student, so weight of that of the earth will be equals to 1/6 of that of the weight of the moon. Sorry, just opposite. That is weight of the moon, it will be equal to the weight of the earth, 1/6 of the weight of the earth. How does it came students? You see, if we talk about the weight, so weight is Okay, so you see student that weight of the moon that will be equals to 1 by 6. Reason is because of the acceleration due to gravity. You see students, we are knowing that the radius of the earth is not constant. It means it is not equal. Okay, it is not pure spherical, but somehow it is you can say that somewhere it is spherical, somewhere it is bent somewhere. So you see that the radius is not equal. That is why the value of the acceleration due to gravity varies from place to place. Now, since the value of the acceleration due to gravity varies from place to place, so we will say that the weight of an object will also vary from place to place. One more thing is there, mass cannot be zero, but weight can be zero. Okay, because acceleration due to gravity can be zero in the, especially you see in the interplanetary spaces, there the acceleration due to gravity is zero. So there we will say that the weight of the body will be zero. Okay, so this is the mass and that of the weight. Now we will talk the next topic, and that is weight of the object on the moon. Weight of the object on the moon, students. Now you see, we are saying that the weight on that of the earth is what? It is actually the force of attraction which is exerted by the earth on an object so that it will get pulled towards the center of the earth. That is what? That is the weight. That is why students, force is equals to the weight itself, and weight is equals to the Newton, which is SI unit of the force itself. So when we are saying that weight of an object on the earth means the force of attraction exerted by the earth on the object so that it will get pulled towards the gravity, towards the center of the earth, that is the weight of an object on the earth. Same thing, weight of the object on the moon. So earth, like earth, that of the moon is also exerting a force of gravitation. Now this force of gravitation which is exerting on the moon, it tries to pull the that of the moon towards itself. It tries to pull the object towards the center of the moon, and that weight is equals to the weight of the object on the moon. So if an object is there, so the force of a gravitation will also be exerted by the moon on the object so that the object will get pulled towards the center of the moon. That is the weight of an object on the moon. Okay, so we can say that like earth, moon also exert a force of attraction on the object, pulling it towards the center of its surface. That is what? That is the weight of an object on the moon. Now, how we used to represent the weight of the object on the moon, students? So, weight is represented by capital W, and if it is on the moon, so it is M. Okay? So, it is represented by Wn. Okay? That is the weight of the object on that of the moon. And it has been found, student, one thing, and that is the weight of the object on the moon is 1/6 of the weight of the earth. So we can say that weight on the moon of an object Okay, weight on the moon of an object, that will be equals to the weight on the 1/6 of the weight on the earth of the object. In a very simple form, students, we can also say that Wm will be equals to 1/6 of a We. Okay, so instead of writing it overall, you can understand in a very simple one, and that is Wm. What is Wm? Weight of the object on the surface of the moon, that is Wm. Now this will be equals to weight of the object on the surface of the earth, that is We. Now you know that the relationship between these two, that it is 1/6 of the weight of the earth. So here it will be 1/6 We. Okay. So that is 1/6 We, weight of the object on the moon here. Now how? It means if suppose student, if the question is like that an object is there which is having weight on the earth is 6 Newton. So what will be the weight on the moon? So what will be the weight on the moon, student? So weight of the earth is 6 Newton. You can simply put the value here. So weight of the moon will be equals to 1/6 into. What is the weight here? That is 6. So we will write here 6. It will cancel each other. So weight on the moon will be 1 Newton. So here Wm will be equals to 1 Newton. So you can understand by this, students, that is whatever will be the weight of the object on the earth will becomes 1/6 of that particular weight. Now what we have to understand now, that how does it came? How does we came to know about that it will be 1/6 of the weight of the earth? Okay, so show that weight of the object on the moon will be equals to that of. Show that the weight of the object on the moon will be the 1/6 of the weight of earth. Weight of the object on earth. Now see, students, what we have to prove here, that how Wm will be equals to 1/6 of that of We. Now you see, student, if we will talk, suppose that you see, students, suppose that the weight of an object on the moon, we have taken it as a Wm. Okay, and the mass of the moon is capital M. Mass of the moon, that is equals to capital M. Now radius, so radius of the moon is capital R. Now suppose, students, we are having an object and that object mass is small m. Okay, so suppose an object is there suppose an object is there of mass m. Now you see student, each and everything is given here. That is, mass of the moon is given, radius of the moon is given, and an object we have taken. That object is having a particular mass, and that mass is equals to the small m. Now you know that according to the universal law of gravitation, we are knowing that the force of attraction exerting between the two objects will be directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the distance between them. Since the force of gravitation which is working here, that can be represented by the weight of the body, because you are knowing that here the force of the gravitation or the force of attraction by the earth on the object is equals to the weight. So instead of using the F, we can use W here. So we can write it. I am rubbing it, the question, so that we can continue. Okay. So we are knowing that F is equals to G m1 m2 upon R square. This is what? This is the universal law of gravitation. What we have to prove? We have to prove that how the weight of an object on the moon is 1/6 of the weight of the object on that of the earth. Okay, so since the force of gravitation or force of attraction, you can say, is equals to that of the weight, students. So instead of writing, we can write here W. Now we are going to find the force of a universal law of gravitation on the moon. So here we will write Wm. Okay, so Wm will be equals to capital G. Now what is the first mass? So suppose we have taken the first mass is the mass of the moon. So that will be equals to capital M. Second object mass, and that is the object whose mass we have taken as a small m. Okay, so this one. So we will write here small m upon distance between them. So the distance between them, students, that will be r square. So here the radius of the moon, with the object is kept on the surface of the moon. So the radius of the moon will decide the distance between the two objects. So we will take here capital R square. Okay, this is what? This is the universal law of gravitation on the moon, or the first equation. Okay, now you see. This is the universal law of gravitation on moon. Now the same object which is having the same mass, that is small m, is kept on the surface of the earth. See, we are comparing the weight of the object on the moon and on the earth. So somehow we have to find the universal law of gravitation which is acting on an object having mass small m, that how much force of gravitation, how much force of attraction exerted by the moon and that of the earth on the it. Okay, so we have already discussed about the weight W, that is the universal law of gravitation on that of the moon. Now it is the turn that when the object is kept on the surface of earth. When the object having mass m, having mass m, kept on the surface of the earth. Surface of the earth. Okay, so this one for the moon. So here we will take weight of the earth will be represented by WE. Okay, so here we are representing the weight of the earth as WE, and mass of the earth is ME, or simply M. Mass of the earth we are taking here M. Now there is one more thing, student. We are knowing that if we are comparing the mass of the earth to that of the mass of the moon, so we have seen that it is 100 times more than that of the moon. Okay, so we can say that the mass of the earth will be equals to 100 m. Okay, so it will be equals to 100 m. Now, if we talk about the radius of the earth, so you see student, if we talk about the radius of the earth, so that is also we are knowing that the earth radius is 4 times bigger than that of the radius of the moon. It means it is 4 times to that of the radius of the moon. So this radius of the earth will be equals to 4r. Okay, so object having the mass m, weight is given, and mass and the radius of the earth is given. Now on that basis we are able to find the weight of the earth or the universal law of gravitation of the object on the surface of earth. Okay, so we can write it, universal law of gravitation for the earth student. So again, like that of the moon students, we can represent it by WE. So we will write here WE. Now G will be constant. G will not going to change whether it is kept on that of the on the moon or on the earth or on any other planet. It will remain constant. Into M. Capital M is representing the mass of the moon, and you know that in case of the earth it is 100 times more than that of the mass of the moon. So it will be equals to 100 m into m, because mass of that object will remain the same either it is kept. Okay, so that will be equals to m, because m will not going to change whether it is kept on the surface of the earth or on the surface of the moon. Okay, now that of the earth, you know that the radius of that of the earth is 4 times to that of the radius of moon. So instead of writing here only r square, we will write 4r square. So this will be equals to 4r square. Okay. Now see here student, it will be 4r square like this. Okay? Now see, we can also write it like G into 100 m into m upon 16r square. Okay, this is what? This is the second equation. Now, when you find the ratio between them of these first and that of the second equation, so dividing the first equation from that of the second equation, what we will get, let us write it. So you see students, I am writing the first and second equation here itself. That is W Wm is equals to G capital M small m upon r square. This is the first equation. Second equation, if we say student, that is weight of the earth is equals to capital G 100 m into 100 m into m upon 16 r square. This is what? This is the second equation for the weight of the earth. Now when you divide the first from that of the second, you will get that is Wm upon We is equals to Gm into okay, let me show you again. Okay, divided by r square. Now what we have to do? We have to divide the first equation by the second. So this divided by G into 100 m into m upon 16r square. Right? This you have to do students. Right? Now you see. What will happen when this will go? You see students, we can also write it like, since it is in the denominator, so you can also write it as G m into 4r square. Right? Because it is already was in the division, in the denominator. Okay? So we will write it like this. Now this 16 will will go to where? It will go to the numerator. Okay, so this 16 will reaches to the numerator. I hope you have already had studied this in the maths. Okay, so it will be like that. So even in the book itself, it is like that. Don't get confused. It means this denominator goes to the numerator. Here it will get multiplied with the numerator. Okay, now you see, students. You see, whatever the things will cancel each other, we are going to cancel it. G and G will cancel each other. This M and this M will cancel each other. Now you see, M and M will cancel each other. R and R square will going to cancel each other. Now what is the left here? It will be not 4 square, it will be simply R square. Okay, now what is the left here, student? That is 16 upon 100. Okay, so we can write it. That is G into, let me write it again, into M into 16R square upon G into 100M into M into R square. Okay, so this we can also write it, Wm upon We is equals to 100 by 60. I hope you have understood that how does it came, students. So these all will cancel each other and 100 by 16 will remain here. Now you can also write it like, now this is what? This is the Wm upon We. Now you can also write it like, that is, it will be also equals to the We upon Wm will be equals to 16 upon. Okay, so we can also write it like, that is, you see, students, we can also write it Wm upon We is equals to 1 by 6. When you divide the 100 by 60, you will get it as a 1 by 6. So Wm is equals to 1 by 6, or Wm, this W will go to this side, so here it will become 1 by 6 We. Okay, so likewise, students, we can say that the weight of the moon of an object that will be equals to 1 by 6 of the weight of the object placed on the surface of the earth. Okay, so whatever will be the value of the moon, it is always 1 by 6 of the weight of the earth. Now likewise, students, a lot of questions will be asked. So let us write some of the question and try to understand it. Please understand this derivation and do that, because in the question possibility is there that such type of a question can be asked related to the derivation, that you have to show the relationship between that of the weight of the earth and the moon, or how can you say so that the weight of the moon is equals to 1 by 6 of the weight of the earth. Okay, now you see, question is very easy one, that is mass of a body. Mass of the body is 5 kg. Sorry, is 5 kg. So mass of the body is 5 kg. What will be its weight? What will be its weight? So this question be its weight. So you see, student, this question is in the method in which we are going to, means how can we find the weight of an object. So you see, we are knowing, solution is, we are knowing that weight is equals to mg. So mass is already given here. So weight will be equals to 5 into 9.8 Newton meter per second square. So it will be equals to 49 Newton. So weight of the body will be 49 Newton. Likewise, students, if we talk, if this is the mass is given, if instead of a mass, weight is given, and the question is like, what is the mass of an object? What is the mass of an object if of an object whose weight is 49 Newton. Whose weight is 49 Newtons. What will be the mass of an object? So you see student, what will be the mass? We all know that W is equals to mg. So weight will be equals to 49. That will be equals to m into 9.8. 9.8. So mass will be equals to 49 upon 9.8. That will be equals to 5 kg. Just opposite of that. Okay, so either the mass is given, you have to find the weight, or if the weight is given, you have to find the mass. You will use the same formula. Okay.